Here we are with a best of 3 on new maps. Yes, this is from the Team Liquid map test tournament, map contest tournament, whatever it's called. Which means we'll be showing off a couple new maps in this series. On top of that, we have some of the best players in the world playing against each other. First map is going to be called Bulwark, which I believe is a 4-player map. This time we're getting the top 2 positions, so I guess you'd call this horizontal spawns. And we see ByuN opening up with a command center first in his main base. Depot near his minerals as well. It's a little bit of a risky opener here. I feel like it swapped really fast, well, whatever. Barracks going down here on the side of ByuN as well. But for sure an interesting little opener. We see double overlords scouting across. Top left position, first overlord goes down. Probably wants to see... Actually, why would he do that? I always thought that you want to see the natural as fast as possible when you scout on 4-player maps. I honestly completely forgot the theory of 4-player maps because we haven't seen a 4-player map for such a long time. Of course, a big reason of that is the coin flip factor, the fact that most 4-player maps don't really add something new to the map pool. Most things that can be done on 4-player maps are also possible on 2-player maps, and usually are done even better because you don't have to keep all these different spawn positions in mind. Command center piece 3 racks. This is a build that oh my god, there's no way. Rogue is gonna think it's cross position. This is a brilliant mind game. This is a fake... Well, what is it actually? A fake I'm not here. Completely abusing the fact of a 4-player map here. I love this so much out of ByuN. This is such a brilliant play. Rogue is gonna get to the other side of the map really late and then realize, hey, wait a second, this sucks. ByuN also got the perfect spawn positions for it because this overlord would have seen the main base. Oh, imagine if ByuN spawned here, then he would have been scouted and all of this would have been in vain. This was a... There was a 66% chance that this happened for ByuN. So I guess it's a good guess. Is it just gonna move out across the map with a random amount of marines? I would love that so much. If he just starts moving out right now with like 10 marines and ta-da! Tries to snipe like a queen or something like that. I'm not hearing the sounds of this rock being attacked. Oh, and my sounds turned off. That's why I didn't hear the sounds of the rock being attacked. Factory goes down. Stim. Is he gonna wait for Stim? Look at this. ByuN also has absolutely no clue where his opponent is. I just realized. He hasn't scouted himself yet. It's gonna be difficult to move to a location then, I guess. Look at this. Rogue has no clue what's happening this game. No clue. Rogue thinks they're playing cross-pos. Rogue actually thinks they're playing cross-position right here. ByuN probably thought that he could get some information by seeing the Overlord pop in, but the Overlord is never going to pop in, not in a million years. Rogue is completely blindsided at this point. We see 3 more queens on the way. It's gonna go up to 7 queens, no Baneling Nest yet, which is something you obviously want against high marine counts. This is a 2-base push coming out of ByuN, and Rogue has 0 idea about it. Rogue doesn't... Okay, now Rogue realizes, he's like, wait a second, there's no base here. Starts scouting, sees 3 marines. 3 marines manage to deny the scout on the rest. I mean, it's pretty obvious that it's a marine opener right now. Baneling Nest should go down immediately. Does not. Spores going down. Yeah, Rogue is extremely confused. At least a single spore. 20 links. I wonder what ByuN is going to do. Is he just going to wait for 2 medevacs and a crap ton of marines and move across the map? If that's the case, I think he's going to have a very good trade. There's no Baneling Nest yet. Oh, here comes the Baneling Nest. And there's a lot of links being built over 44 workers, which actually isn't quite ideal. Rogue thinks this is a 2-rex, a 2-1-1, but instead this was a 3-1-1 from a command center first. So it hits slightly later, but with way more marines. Now, your combat shield isn't quite going to be done yet. But, okay, I think now Rogue saw it. He saw a lot of marines there. I think he also saw 5 marines come from barracks. Ooh, big supply lock coming out of Rogue. This is a very interesting game. This is why I love 4-player maps. Rogue not realizing that ByuN was in the top right corner. This is a good start. This is a crap ton of Marines, by the way. 33 Marines with 2 medevacts. Combat shield not done yet. Baneling nest has finished. Yep, here comes ByuN. What you gonna do, Rogue? You have nothing. 36 links is not going to be enough. Banelings aren't being produced yet. Should immediately start them. There we go. 6. I mean, if ByuN scans forward here and just runs in, sees nothing, says, hey, wait a second. You actually have nothing. You can just take out every single link here. You can even be diving deeper on top of those screens. Banelings are going to be coming from the bottom side. Yeah, ByuN's just going to keep fighting here, and he's doing a fantastic job. Will he be able to target down those Banelings? Oh my god, what a messy target fire there out of ByuN. This is not what we expect out of the Korean Terran, who is known for his high-level micro, but makes a huge error there. Completely messing up the target fire, losing big chunks of Marines. And this is not being played on ping, as this is of course on the Korean server, so there's not even that excuse. 2 more Rexes are going down, 3rd CC went down on location as well. Easy 3rd base up here. Marines moving forward as well. Can his tank shoot into the main base again? This is a nasty position. Oh my god, I hate this position already. That is such a tricky position to defend for Zerg. Imagine dropping into the main base with 2-3 tanks on the low ground. Rogue realizes it, says, hey, wait a second, I want a spore there. I don't think ByuN is quite aware of how broken that position actually is. This map looks really freaking difficult to defend for Zerg. How do you even get there as a Zerg? In these positions? Oh man. Straight from the 3rd base, you can just siege forward into your opponent's main. This is looking like trouble. Once ByuN realizes that, I actually don't think there's very much that Rogue can do. I mean, Rogue is playing pure Ling Bane off of 4 gas right now. 56 workers, low worker count. Rogue is setting up a counter attack, but there's a full wall here with the rocks. Yeah, good luck, buddy. What you gonna do? Burrow is about to complete though. Baning speed has completed. I mean, ByuN should realize that this is gold. This is pure gold, my friend. Reaper jump, by the way, here as well. Interesting. I don't think this is a Reaper jump possibility, but maybe it is. Ah, actually that is. That definitely is. So we have a big force of Marines in the middle of the map. Then we have 2 armories spinning hard. Or sorry, 2 eBay spinning hard. 1 armory on the way. 2nd factory going down as well. No 4th CC coming down yet. I really feel like ByuN is underestimating that position. I really feel like he's underestimating that position. Stim forward. It's going to take a lot of creep here. And honestly, Rogue just really dead. He still is equal supply and he has a decently sized army. He has a massive gas count, by the way. This is like I'm about to pump out 25 Muras gas count. Well, 10 Muras. Not quite the case. Double drop here in the back. Can even be abusing this high ground. This is ridiculous. Imagine a tank up here as well and a medevac. How are you ever going to defend that as Rogue? Taking bases on this map is absolute hell. Holy crap. Bulwark. Oh, that looks tricky, my friend. That looks very tricky. Some obvious issues here, and ByuN is abusing at least one of them right here with this throw. Look at this. Rogue needs to send his links up there, but the links just by themselves aren't quite good enough to deal with these Marines. These Marines say, well, I cleaned up those links. Guess what? I'm gonna drop down again, and Rogue already knows what's about to happen. Pulls down the drones. Same time, this position is absolutely unbreakable. Run-bys are not a possibility. This feels like a map that was made in Heart of the Swarm or Wings of Liberty when we didn't know quite as much yet. This is a little bit painful. Look at this. This base is also unholdable. You can just siege up. Like you can get siege tanks in insane positions here. It feels like Mutalisk is truly the only option to play. Oi, 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 oi. Big positional disadvantage here for Rogue. I actually think he got the worst spawn possible. So ByuN starts moving across the map and he says, well, I'm loving all these cliffs personally. So he thanks his Terran friends for inspiring this map. Big wall finishing up as well for ByuN. These links don't get through. Don't have enough DPS and there's no banelings there either. 4 tanks sieging, all pretty much at the same position. A little bit risky. Yep, there comes ByuN. These drones need to get pulled. 87 workers for Rogue. But what use are workers if you don't have the bases to saturate? Another drop straight into the spores. Not quite going to get the medevac, but it gets close. 181 supply against 174. You see ByuN's 2-2 is late. after a relatively unsuccessful... well, actually, I had a successful mid-game. Wasn't unsuccessful. Just felt like he could have done even more, but it still was successful. Yep, now ByuN goes. He's like, hey, wait a second. Killed your 5th base. Let's see how you're going to defend your 4th base. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. And Rogue says, yeah, Rogue already opening up right now his Hotmail. Actually, the Koreans use Naver. His Naver email account. Starts typing out an angry email to David Kim. Even though David Kim doesn't work for Blizzard anymore. Dear map makers. Today I got to play on Bulwark, and I got a position that I don't ever want to play on again. Holy crap. ByuN with some beautiful abuse here. Look at these tanks. How are you going to break this? You need to play Mutas. You need to play Mutas. It's the only solution. Play Mutas, expand to the bottom like a madman, and just pray that your opponent leaves the depot open, because counterattacks are going to be impossible as well. This is an absolute Terran map, unless it's cross-position. Holy cow, this is a good map for Terran. ByuN's just keeping this position as well. He says, well, expanding forward. He says, alright, you burrow there, guess what? I'm gonna expand next to your main base. He can practically shoot this hatchery with tanks from the low ground. Yeah. I think Rogue is digging his own grave here. Digging a hole. His casket is being lowered as we speak. His coffin is going down. Turret is... showed a couple of these banelings. Still one baneling is burrowed. ByuN is not quite aware of that. Nope. Yeah, okay, it's not quite in range of that turret. Look at this. Sieges from the high ground straight into this 4th base. The other army is going back to the middle. Their job here is done. There's tanks going back years. There's no way that Rogue can take this out. Yeah, the tanks are just too far away. Such good positions on these tanks. Rogue is absolutely dead. Right now sees a planetary morphing. It's like, hey, maybe I want a high ground lurker or something like that. He's getting the seismic spines and 5 lurkers. Wouldn't be surprised to see Rogue's APM drop to get that email on the way. Holy crap. Tank being siege forward here as well. This is looking extremely painful. This is looking extremely painful here for Rogue, who is trying to hang in there with the help of lurkers, with the help of perhaps a Viper as well. Where are you, Mr. Viper? 3 Vipers even. Full energy. It's just going to be so rough. There's so many tanks. Right now there's 12 tanks on the map. They have +1 vehicle weapons already, and these Marines and Marauders are doing a hell of a job as well at this point in time. Big stim forward, Blinding Cloud being used, but I don't think there's going to be enough. GG gets caught, and ByuN, after understanding that this map is indeed very good for him, absolutely destroys Rogue in game number 1. In the bottom left, once again, is going to be ByuN. In the top right is going to be Rogue, this time on a 2-player map called Aqueduct. A beautifully designed map. Look at its beauty. Natural base, potential for a 3rd base here. Perhaps a little bit of a uncommon way to take a 3rd. Can also take it here. Relatively well defended. Still some potential rotations here. 5th base relatively easy as well. A very standard map, but then you have this forward base, which is looking like a more natural 6th base. So you have a nice little defensive setup here with 6 bases, but you also have these out there bases, which I'm not quite sure what to think of those. This base, I kind of like them, honestly. Very interesting. Curious to see how this will work. Let's see if there's any potentially painful cliffs here. It doesn't seem to be the case. No real... Maybe there's a sieging area here. If you put a tank here, I don't think the coverage is going to reach far enough. Is there any possibility? Maybe this high ground. This high ground could be hard. Imagine taking this as your 3rd or as your 4th. Imagine taking this as your 4th base. Then having tanks on this high ground at like 6:30, 7-minute push, you know, 1-2 tanks, a bunch of Marines. Definitely could be an issue. Both players opening standard, by the way. It gives us some time to explore the map a little bit more. I love the trees on this map and the rocks. Nice little doodads here put in by this map maker. Map is called Aqueducts, as you can see. Aqueduct? I thought it was Aqueducts with an A, but what do I know? Just a Dutch idiot. What is this? I think is there fish in there? No, no fish in there. Probably shouldn't be if it's an aqueduct, right? Aqueducts, of course, for the water supply. I think the the Romans had that figured out, right? Yeah, it was the Greek. Nah, I'm pretty sure it was the Romans. It's the first real attempts at a sewer system. I'm sure one of you in the comments can tell me all about it, about how revolutionary that was back in the day. We have a double gas opener coming out of ByuN, so it's going to be going into a faster tech build. Could be for battlecruisers, could be for banshees. Curious to see what it actually is going to be. Cars are starting up. I'd be surprised if ByuN plays mech. He of course loves his bio, he's known for his bio. So I am feeling Hellion Banshee here into just a more standard bio play. But it's completely possible that for once ByuN says, you know what, I want a mech as well, like the cool boys. I want a mech like the cool boys. But it would surprise me. It really would surprise me. This time Rogue is not going to get tricked. He has a nice link spread already. He knows where his opponents spawn, so that's nice. Queens are being popped out of this. Oh, look at that fusion core. This has mech potential. This also has potential to die though. This definitely has potential to die. We could see a Roach Warren go down at any point. And Battle Cruiser, of course, a little bit less safe than these Banshee openers, because a Battle Cruiser just takes absolute light years to get built. Very often what you see Terrans do is they'll start a Banshee at this point, and then they'll cancel it once their fusion core starts, in case they're being Roach all in, but it doesn't quite seem to be the case. 6 links on the way, okay. Probably just making sure that the Hellions can do too much damage. This is 6 cars coming out. Ooh, 12 links. 16 links. Battle Cruiser starts. Single Spinecrawler as well, so Rogue believes that this is going to be a Hellbat push. Instead it's going to be pure 6 cars. Is this a follow-up with 3 racks? We see no more cars in production. We see no 3rd-CC. Oh, here comes a run-by. It's a small run-by. It's a tiny run-by, but a run-by nonetheless. There's a lot of links in production here. Now 8 extra drones. Spore Crawler, at least in the 3rd base. No Spore in the main yet. Battle Cruiser halfway done. Hellbats. So this is going to be Hell... Wait, what is this? Tech Lab. Reactor. So it's going to be 3 racks behind this. No. What? 3rd-CC? It's going to be Hellbat, Battle Cruiser, 3rd-CC, and then 3 racks. So it's single battle cruiser. Very old school build order, honestly. Very old school build order. I mean, this is just going to kill. No, is it? No, no way. What is this run-by doing, though? I'm trying to break the wall. Not quite. Oh my god, it's gonna break the wall. It's actually breaking the wall. Huge error out of ByuN. Not really repairing everything here. Now these SCVs are going to fall. These Hellbats are... These Hellions should be morphing into Hellbats soon. Spinecrawler is out of position. Where are the Queens? I said, where are the Queens? Queens are in the main base trying to do some damage. 12, 13, 14 workers have gone down, and the Lynx are not dead yet. More Marines are falling. These Hellbats need to kill absolutely everything. 50 workers against 26. Queens are moving in position. This is a full wall, my friends. You cannot go there. A lot of drones are going to fall, but these Hellbats are also dying, and this 3rd-CC gets cancelled. I actually think ByuN is dead. ByuN died while Hellbat all living, which is kind of rare to see. Just forgot to repair his deco first. And yeah, needs to tap out. Needs to tap out. Did not get the damage that he wanted. Or well, probably got the damage that he wanted, but also took a lot of damage. And Rogue wins game number 2 here, and will be going into the rubber match. Final game of this best of 3 between Rogue and ByuN is going to be played on Scavenger. A 2-player map once again, with some outstanding features here. Look at this beauty. It's beauty of a bottom right side base, beauty of a top left side base, these neutral bases. I'm a huge fan of these usually, because it means in case of a scenario where players are very turtly, they probably will be able to get these bases, which is such a nice feature. And it forces the turtly player to become more active on the map. You have these mineral patches in the middle of the map as well. You have these rocks that are blocked by line of sight blockers as well, or at least there's line of sight blockers there. So to open up more potential attack avenues. And this map, even though it has relatively easy 4 bases, relatively easy 5 bases, there still is a lot of angles to get attacked from, and I'm actually kind of a big fan of this map. This map looks really freaking nice. Let's see if there's anything truly abusable. I don't think so. Perhaps this area is good for tanks, and it is kind of tight, so mines later on in the game could be hard. If these rocks don't go down quick enough, maybe there's something there. You have some high ground position up here. But overall, yeah, I kind of like the map. It looks good. There's not too much dead space either. There's a little bit of dead space behind the main base, which I tend to not be a huge fan of. This dead space also, actually, it's a lot of dead space. Dead space is pretty big. There's a lot of dead space. I wonder how far you can go with your medevac. Sometimes it can be difficult to see. Look at that planet, how huge it looks. It's actually spinning as well. I didn't realize that. Look at that. Not much is happening here, of course, as we see once again a double gas opener coming out of ByuN after that last failed attempt at a Hellbat all-in. ByuN says, I think I can do better than I did last game. I want to try something tricky or something a little bit different than just your standard triple CC single gas. And he opens up with a fast second gas again. So I'm curious to see what that is going to be. As he pulls off his mule, obviously. For the people who are not aware of this, a mule can't complete its final trip. It will steal the minerals of your mineral patch, but then it will explode. So if you do that, whenever Terrans have the time, they always try to make sure that their mule doesn't actually explode. Lower level Terrans like myself don't really do this, but it is a good practice to do. So you'll see ByuN do that here once again as well, most likely, at least for the first 2 mules. Because otherwise you're just wasting a crap ton of minerals that this mule takes from the mineral patch. This actually is going to be a straight Hellbat push. Straight, see the medevac, see the armory as well. These 3 marines going ham. I'm surprised these marines don't get picked up. I'm very surprised these marines don't get picked up. He's instead going for a Hellion drop into a tech race. Is this gonna be a Cloak Banshee follow-up? What is this follow-up? I don't quite know what this is. Oh, Rogue spots the medevac though. Will be able to run into position. Yep. There come the links. Here's the queen. More queens should be moving there. Rogue, what are we doing? No response. Is going to be absolutely fine with those, what is it, 8 links? Exactly 8 links. 9 links now. And a single queen. Here comes Rogue one more time. Yep. Sorry, here comes ByuN one more time. And Rogue says, not on my watch. Spore finishes up in the main base as the queens, the ladies, moving over towards that 3rd bottom base. Or this is more of a 3 o'clock really. Spore goes down. And we are going to be seeing these Hellions morph into Hellbats as well. A thing of pure beauty. Hellbats really do look quite ugly. Holy crap. Here they come. Here they come. No blue flame Hellions yet on their forehead. Just the regular flame Hellions. It must be really warm in there. The way that they shoot that flamethrower on their head, no? Like they're in here. You can see the little face. And the flame really comes out of their head. Has to be properly heat resistant. How is it in here? I guess they're sitting in the car. I feel like there's a little bit more space there. Probably a bit further back. Yeah, it's still relatively close though. Yeah, definitely not ideal being a Hellion driver. Also, you tend to die because you can't really micro back too much. Eventually you always die. I wonder what the best unit would be in the Terran army. Maybe a medevac? Medevacs don't actually die that often. Sometimes they go into a spore, but most of the time they kind of survive, they go home, they get repaired. Hellbats are doing an okay job, but these queens are doing an even better job. There's no cloak here right now. This is just a single Banshee. 3rd CC is about to finish up, and we have 5 wrecks as well, so... okay start for Rogue, I would say. 65 workers already, 1-1 on the way, faster than his opponent. And he's already getting a macro edge. He's getting a fort base already. He's gonna lose an overlord here, which is a little bit painful, but there's a lot of transfuses available, so no more queens should be going down here. What's the actual 10 queens out as well already? 8 more workers on the way. It wouldn't surprise me if Rogue straight goes to, yep, 75, 78 workers here. We see a Ling run by being set up already. Perhaps these will turn into Banelings later on. Rogue's map vision with these Lings that he tries to... Oh my god! A Doodat, an Automaton 2000. Now that is something you can shoot. That's an exciting thing about new maps, is when they put these little animals that you can hunt on. Extremely exciting. Right now in the map pool we have Jagannatha, which is the only map where I think there is something on it. It has dogs on it that can't really be... they don't have HP, but you can take them out with Splash. So you can shoot Disruptor shots on them, or you can storm them. I think Colossi Splash, like putting a unit next to it, works. Oh, look at that. An Automaton 2000, looking so juicy. Just want to take it out already. Look at that. I wish there were some more Karaks around. Karak, by far my favorite little critter that is around. Here come the double drops out of ByuN. It's going to be dropping straight into the fort base on the low ground. There's a high ground above it. A little bit reminiscent of how the Romanticide third base works with the main Hellbat push at the same time on the third. There's not enough units here. There's not a single Baneling. There is a Baneling nest, but no Banelings. There is Baneling speed, but no Banelings. This is such a weird style coming out of Rogue, but so far he's defending. He can't lose this hatchery though. Oh, too late with the transfuse. You saw the animation start, I think, on this lady. This queen started the animation, but didn't quite finish it. That means that right now Rogue needs to start long distance mining and then eventually get this base going. That's going to cost him a lot of minerals. That's like 800-900 minerals in income that he's going to be missing here. That was a really expensive loss. Also having to rebuild that hatchery is also expensive. 30 more workers on the way though. Overlord speed on the way. 9 Banelings finally starting. We're getting some Banelings, but where are the run-bys? The run-bys Rogue is so well known for. Wait, what is this? One factory? Where's the second? Okay, here's the second factory. Can't see anything. No combat shield yet. 8 minutes and 36 seconds into the game. Both of these mines are going to fall. ByuN a little bit behind here. Oh my god, 10 more workers? Really, you're gonna get 100 drones. Double hatchery as well on the main base. Very interesting. That actually is extremely interesting. I guess because he did lose this one, he was like, hey, I'm gonna need something more. I didn't know, this one is earlier than that one fell, I think. Well, whatever. Hard to figure out sometimes why people do things. ByuN comes here with another push on the bottom side. No good pre-split coming out of Rogue. There is a single Baneling here, but gets targeted down immediately. These two mines will be able to do some big damages. Or actually, large mine hitting a lot of these Marines as well. And ByuN needs to lift, but these trades are good for ByuN. ByuN right now moving in over here. He splits his Marines. He says, hey, that's only Banelings. I think I can just kill those. And yep, he definitely could. Now we see the +2 actually slower than the +2 armor here for ByuN, which is a little bit painful. This fight wasn't the greatest. We have a... No! Banelings are semi-connecting, not completely with the entirety of the army. And let's not forget that Rogue, even though his supply looks good, his army supply is down 30 here. He's on 99 workers. He has 4k mineral income a minute. He's definitely going to be needing those extra hatcheries in the main base. He's on almost no gas. Is he working on 3 gas? No, 4 gas. He's working off of 4 gas here. And he has a lot of resources in the bank. And you could say, well, he's macroing sloppily, but look at his income. Like, what is this? That's almost 100 a minute. It's like, what, 75 a minute or so? Or, sorry, 75 a second. 75 minerals a second. You don't macro for 10 seconds, you have 750 minerals. Sometimes I don't macro for minutes. I'd have like a 12k bank if I was Rogue. Comes the burrowed mine. Stim forward. And the drone's gonna get... Holy crap, these are far bases. Taking a 6th base on this map is a challenge for Zerg. Oh, I can guarantee you that that's going to be a fun time if we get this map in the map pool. Oh... No, no hits there. Not a single hit over there. Oh! Banelings fly into the mine. Well, they roll into the mine. Take out the mine before it even got to shoot. 90 workers remaining here for Rogue, who right now has fallen to a mere 3k per minute income. This is crazy to watch. He has such high income. Not a single Ling or Baneling run by or anything of the sort has been set up yet, though. And that is a little bit bad. Is it a Teclep? Yeah. I was afraid that it was going to be a reactor. It looked like a reactor, but it wasn't. Oh, can we get a burrow? Can we get a burrow? Yes, we can get a burrow. Oh, that's a... Woo! Mamma mia. That was a crap ton of links going down there at once. Holy cow. These were some legendary mines. Still the blood spatters left over on the tile set. As a constant reminder of what these mines gave their life for. Heroic effort. Did end up dying though. Matter of fact, supporting these marines here. 2-2 marines doing one hell of a job against pure Ling. I don't understand why Rogue is just rallying in Lings here. Baneling's also not going to be able to connect. There's still a queen shooting at these medevacts, but ByuN could walk this into a better position. He doesn't even give a crap. He's just shooting. And now he's going to pick up. Yeah, starts dropping single marines into these banelings, so it takes out a couple of extra banelings as well. I think ByuN is smelling blood here, and I don't blame the guy, honestly. Holy crap, let's take a look at these trades. 15k resources lost against 8k, double the resources lost here for Rogue. Makes sense because he has been mining so much, and he's still relatively close. So I was like, well, usually if you're like 8k down, it's gonna look a little bit worse, but Rogue has just been mining so much. These mines stay alive for now. Or sorry, yeah, Rogue has been mining that much. For a second I thought I misspoke and said ByuN, but Ultra's gonna go down as well. Did Carapace get cancelled? No, Carapace is already done. Oh. Oh, Reaper, wait, what? The random Reaper? Where are you at? I know you're in here somewhere, buddy. Marauder? Reaper is here, look at that. Cute little Reaper, full HP, chilling in the medevac. This command center is gonna get taken out by these links. 3-3 is about to finish up for ByuN. Creep threat is looking very poor here for Rogue. Is there an Overseer? Yes, there is an Overseer. Rogue spots these two mines as well. ByuN with 4 medevacts and 8 marines has a dream. I don't think this dream is going to succeed as long as Rogue keeps some units here on the bottom side. He had 10 links and an ultra. Now decides, no, I don't want anything there. I mean, what are the chances that there's 4 medevacts and 12 marines there? Apparently the chance is pretty sizable. This is not a full wall, by the way. I think Rogue realizes that now. Sees this mine. This mine is never going to connect, not in a million years. Oh, connects with 1-2 links. As million years go a lot faster here in the StarCraft universe. Thing run by tries to re-rotate, goes into the natural perhaps. Ooh. Gonna find a couple of units here with Adrenal Glands. We'll be able to get good trades. Ultralis doing a fantastic job over here as these marines run in with the support of the 4 medevacs, remain constantly on full health, and a lot of workers are going down here. We had mine drops happening at the same time as well. Kind of missed that. This one got 2 kills. We have another drop here on the top left, so these workers are gonna go down as well. 29 workers have fallen in the past minute or so, and I don't think ByuN is quite done yet. He's gonna take out 6-7 more workers and try to get even more over here, but ByuN right now in a fantastic position. 64 workers against 64, 3-3 upgrades against 3-3. ByuN is in a commanding lead, and Rogue needs to do something very special to get back into this game, and he attempts to go into Vipers, into Lurkers, range upgrade already finishing up. I am not quite sure if this is going to be enough. I think ByuN just spotted that. Yep, he just spotted that base. This 6th base location is so difficult to hold for Rogue. It is so hard to hold. And I think ByuN realizes that. He just keeps part of his army on the left side. The rest of his army is going to go to the middle to fight that base. There is no real pressure on this base yet. This is just standing here, it's chilling. Now the mines are moving forward and some pressure is starting to get applied. Decent mine connection on a bunch of links, a lot of marauders in this army, and there's also a lot of ultras here, which means marauders tend to fare pretty well against those bad boys. Not the greatest mine hit, hits a lot of his own marauders. Base in the middle, 6 base goes down. Is there anything remaining here? The answer is no. There's nothing remaining. What? How many? What was the HP there? Like 3 HP. 2 more ultras. 3 more ultras are going to go down in the retreat. And as ByuN pushes forward here, Rogue is struggling to hold on. There's no banelings here. Oh, banelings rolling in. Mine doesn't quite connect with all of these units are marauders, and they trade well against banelings. GG gets called. ByuN wins the series 2-1. The Scavenger. Nice map. Difficult 6 base, but overall positive feelings here. If you did like this, by the way, the new maps, I have a couple more replays with new maps. If you guys like new maps, be sure to leave that down in the comments below, and I can do more of that. I can also do more regular maps, whatever you want. ByuN, Rogue, I have everything. I'm a replay dealer these days, my friends. That's how many replays I have. I sell them on the street, 250, like a mixtape. All right, smash like, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.